Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 63 of Keeping It Real with TNL. I am Coach Lori here with the amazing Coach Ty, and our guest today is Melissa. We're going to have a great show. Before we get started, just a reminder, Coach Christian is putting on his Olympic weightlifting clinic on Sunday, March 29th. 2 hours focused on snatch. Okay, so we're going to have a singular focus this time. Everyone had a great time at the last one. There are 8 spots. When they're full, they're full. So get signed up. And then remember, Regain Performance Physical Therapy, it just happened to be on the same day. They're sending in Dr. Peter, their new physical therapist, to give free evaluations and talk to anyone that might have a pickleball injury. We hear about a lot. All of our CrossFit San Ramon members out there on the tiny court getting hurt. So come meet the physical therapist, take a class, or sign up for the Olympic lifting clinic. Let's make it happen.
Absolutely. I had heard a lot of great things about the last one that Christian put on, and obviously his time at Fortified, and just his love for Olympic lifting. They send the perfect coach that you want to work with. He's going to get you guys right.
Perfect.
Prior to that, Now, moving on from that, we have a special guest here. We are here with Melissa. Melissa, thank you for taking time to join us, and we're going to talk about basically Melissa's fitness journey and basically what she managed to do on her own, as well as how she's been experiencing and getting into all the whole CrossFit thing. She's added that to her life now. So hopefully you guys get something out of this interview. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. It's exciting.
Really quick, if you guys don't mind, I'm also going to steal Lori's script just really quick. I ran out of white ink, so I'm going to have to use hers. All right, guys. So let's rewind a bit. We know that you recently just started doing CrossFit, but prior to that, your fitness journey had begun prior to coming here.
Yes.
So tell us exactly when it started, what caused you to want to make fitness a priority, and what you accomplished prior to meeting Lori.
All right. So my fitness journey started about 2.5 years ago. I was in aesthetic school, and I started to feel very uncomfortable working on clients because the space was pretty small where we were working. And so just moving around the space felt very uncomfortable. At that point, I was like, I cannot feel uncomfortable doing my job and what I'm going to be doing every day. And originally I had thought, okay, I'll start after I'm done with school. And I told myself that is an excuse. You are getting up early every day for school. You can get up early the other days and get to the gym. So I hired a personal trainer. I trained with him for about 1 year and 2 months, and then eventually went on my own, used ChatGPT to really help with my workouts. And then as for my meals, he had set me up on macros, and would switch up my macros every so often with him. So I kind of had already started to learn the nutrition part. I hired one of my friends who is a chef to make my meals. That makes everything so much easier.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So she just makes me really high protein meals, really good. And she switches up my meal plans all the time. So I don't feel like I'm meal prepping, and it feels like I'm eating at a restaurant every day.
That's cool.
And so that's kept me pretty consistent. Having somebody to make my meals, I don't have to worry about that. Every once in a while, I'll have a nice meal out, but for the most part, I have all my meal preps created.
That is legit.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty nice. Yeah. So I did lose, when I was with the trainer, I lost 40 pounds with him. And then on my own, I lost another 40. And now I'm really just working on building more muscle is kind of more my goal, and lowering my body fat.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah. I just realized my family has a personal chef too. Oh, really? So nice. No, I love this though, because you said something that it should resonate with everyone. Okay, saying that it's too early is an excuse. If I can get up early on these days, I can get up early on the other days and just get it done.
Yeah.
And as much as I'm not a 5:30 a.m. workout person, 8:30 a.m. is my spot, right? But who knows when my child's not home anymore? After school, maybe I'm a 5:30 a.m. because you get to bed. You just set a schedule and you take accountability for your health. And you know that to be good at your career, you have to be healthy. And you have to feel comfortable in your skin too.
Yeah.
Because the lack of confidence especially in a business, the whole industry that you're in, which we'll get to. Like if you go in like not confident and you're rushing into people and you're just like, oh, like that just changes the whole vibe of everything. Mm-hmm. So you took complete control and you're like, no more excuses. And that's really commendable. I'm so proud of you on every level because it's easier said than done. But you were like, there's no other way. So
yeah, it was the biggest I had ever been to. So I was really uncomfortable, and I knew that for myself. Once I like set my mind to something, I do it. But I had to get to that uncomfortable moment to be like, nope, no more excuses. This is it. Like, I'm gonna do it. Yeah.
Wonderful. No, I was gonna go off of what Lori said, but I'm actually not. Lori actually killed it. No, that was one of the highlights. Was you kind of just hinting at that you didn't make an excuse. So I'm not going to touch that, but I will say this. Obviously, what I also like, even though we were kind of laughing about it, is the meal prep help. And one of the reasons is because most people do not realize that is one of the hardest parts about this whole entire process. Yes, once you start to get yourself up and going to the gym, awesome. But people do not know that now I do have to make more time to cook. I do have to actually think about this. And if it's something that you haven't done, it takes time before it becomes normal. So if there's a way where you could mitigate and take out that resistance, which you did, it makes the process in the fitness journey so much easier. It would be the difference between starting your fitness journey with a walking stick and starting a bike. Yeah. It's like, okay, like, yeah, it's still work, but at least I'm moving faster because I'm not having to worry about it. And, I've seen people who, like, once they start going through the cooking process, it lasts a couple of weeks because then they start thinking about, but this is all I spend my weekend doing, as opposed to you now. Yeah. You're like, hey, I found someone who can handle it. I have all my meals, so I don't have to think about it. Mm-hmm. And now with the CrossFit, I don't have to think about the workouts. You've almost put your fitness journey on autopilot. Yes. To where everyone else has helped me do it. And so now there's not as much resistance towards it because it isn't just you trying to figure it all out. So if there's anyone out, like I said, I would always highly recommend, probably talk with us first about meal prep and the type of foods that you should have, and then find a company or brand that can make meals based on the advice that we give you to make this process 10 times easier.
A game plan. Like, that's the thing. It's not that you need motivation. You really just need a plan. Yeah. That, like I'm like we talked about, even like there's days where I'm like, the last thing I want to do is work out. So then I come to do it first. Like, you have to have a plan, because if you think that you can read a Bible quote or listen to a motivational speaker and be like, I'm sick, I'm going to do it every day, I'm never going to have a hard day. That's unrealistic. So you don't have to go alone. You don't need motivation. You need a solid plan. And like you said, putting things on autopilot is everything. Like, that's why I take CrossFit barbell and advanced class in High Rocks. I come in and take the class. Because if left to my own devices, I'd be like, oh, let's walk to catch Pokemon. It was really hard today. Because some days you're just like, your body's like, but then once you work out, you feel like Superwoman or Superman. You just do your own things. So having a plan, big P for plan every time.
Love that. I love that. And I'm just going to go on what Lori said as well. I'm the same way. It's gotten to a point with even me myself, I could program all day. I come in and take the morning class like clockwork just because I don't want to think about it. And I'd rather be in the mix, being coached, because I still like that aspect of what we do here too. And I still, even though I am a coach, I still like feeling like a member, going through the process, because I know it works. Yeah. I know it works.
Don't have to question it. All right. The other P is for present. Now we're in the present. So let's talk about your journey, starting at CrossFit San Ramon, and then all the changes you've noticed physically, mentally, like everything, right? Top to bottom, because it's different. It's different than it's at the gym with the machines and your headphones, right? Yeah. Tell us all about it.
There's a lot of different lifting that I'm doing. So, I mean, like, I did deadlifts and, some other stuff, even just like bench press at the gym, but there's so many different lifts that I'm starting to learn, and it's taking me a while to like remember, wait, which one is this? It's like the new names and all of that. So in the beginning it was a little overwhelming, but I liked it. I felt like I achieved something every time. I can definitely see a difference just from when I started to now, like with my muscle, like I feel a lot stronger. And I've been getting PRs, so which is great, so
just gold stars.
So I can definitely see a big difference within just the short amount of time that I've been here, and I'm excited to see like how much more we can progress with time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but I've been here almost 14 years as a CrossFitter, right? And I'm always making gains. Like, so last year I got like 58 PRs in a year, which is wild. You're always perfecting things, doing things, or CrossFit comes out with a deck squat or death squat, new movements. So yeah, Olympic lifts and power lifts are what they are. There's head cutters and different right things that come in, and so I feel like it grows with you and you grow with it. It's this really wonderful symbiotic relationship, and I'm never tired of it. I've never thought like, what's the next best thing? Or I know a lot of people are. It's just the way society is, right? Like we have 3 seconds to grab your attention, and then you're like, "Hey, I've been doing this, but I'm not. I haven't lost 10 pounds in 5 workouts, so what's better?" And you're just like, everyone's looking for the next best thing, but CrossFit, nothing will ever top Greg Glassman's methodology. Nothing will beat CrossFit. The way it's put together and the way workouts are constructed and with the warm-ups, accessory, like Arjun. Like, I know you do a barbell a lot, but a lot of times in the CrossFit classes, instead of the lift, we have like accessory work. So we're strengthening the joints, the lower, all the different things that get missed in just lift and Metcon, right? So you're constantly getting better. I don't think I've ever thought, I've kind of like plateaued here. I should go do something else. Like, I really don't do anything outside of CrossFit San Ramon. Now that we brought in High Rocks, I do that once to twice a week, and now I'm good at running. So, because CrossFitters generally don't like cardio, so we don't program as much running as we could, even though we have this beautiful hill mile over here. But yeah, so I think that you'll, as the years roll by, you'll be like, this is just really phenomenal. And then pretty soon you're like, pups, no, the pups to come in. Yes. Yeah.
Start showing up too. So that's the one thing. So I was going to say too, like I said, I completely kind of love hearing that for a couple of reasons, because I remember being in that same spot. I remember when I was in the class and hearing Tim say, "All right, guys, get into your snatch grip," and me going right to clean the jerk, like confidently. And then he's out there and I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" And I'm like, "Yeah, like what?" Like, Eric, so I don't want you to feel like you're the only one. I was in this exact same boat, and I remember joking. I was like, "Dude, learning CrossFit is like learning Spanish. It's a whole new language.
Yeah,
trying to learn these things." And now it's to a point where I would say I could speak CrossFit. Like, I could show up and talk that lingo. Yeah. But it's still one of those things that takes time. And then the other thing that, just as a coach personally, I like working with you because I genuinely see that you're trying to learn. You don't just mount me, okay, to death, just so I could go, and then you can do it wrong. But I'm not talking about all the time. People like that who are like, they don't want to, they're already in their ways. They're like, look, I've been here for this long. I'm going to keep on doing it this way. I'm not going to go with that fight. But with you, I've seen like an actual change of just small things, keeping the bar close and watching how fast you learn those things. Like, these are things that I didn't learn until I was like almost like a year in. Barbell cycling, I didn't get into that for a long time. So you've already got pretty far. And I just want you to do kind of what Lori says, understand the more time that you give, the more you're going to get out of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's the secret. And a lot of people just leave when they're right there. They're like, dude, you're 3 feet from gold. If you just kept on coming, you would have changed your life. But you chose to stop before it could take place. So I don't see that happening with you.
No, you're totally about it.
Yeah.
But to Ty's point, like, I'll say to someone, they'll be like, "Can you help me?" I'm like, "I can heal you of everything and get all the weight off you if you stick to the plan and put in the work."
Yeah.
Right? Like, everything within this building can heal you, fix you, make you cut, 6-pack app, whatever you want, if you're willing to come in and be coachable and do it. And this means you're coachable. You put in the work. You're here a lot, and you live in a few cities over. You're not like 5 minutes down the street.
Oh, that's the other thing.
Yeah, like you commute. If people watching this are not in the Bay Area, like 580 to Crow Canyon or 580 to 680 in here. Yeah. Regardless if it's reverse commute or in the commute, there's always bullshit traffic. Like in the morning, like in the morning, you're just like, wait, it's reverse commute and like Thursday, and then she's just like, it's accident day. Like trucks spilling. Remember the dude flew under the BART tracks and shut down the freeway to get home from the airport? These are the things that constantly happen in the Bay. So you're like, nothing gonna stop me. I'm gonna go in and make my gains. So that's people are inspired by that. I'm inspired by it. I think it's fantastic. I love every second of it. So keep doing great things.
Thank you.
So here I'm a pastor, so is the writing.
So you're a business owner. Tell listeners exactly what it is that you do and how you got started in this field. And then have you noticed any connection between the discipline that it takes in the gym and the discipline it takes at running a business?
So I am in the aesthetics business. I do makeup and facials, chemical peels, all aesthetics treatments. I started off as a makeup artist about 12, 13 years now. Kind of started off just freelancing, working on people here and there, going to locations at first. And I worked with my mom while I started to build my business. My mom is also a business owner. So I worked with her. The benefit that I had there is that she supported my dream as well. So if I had a booking come up, I was able to leave her office to go do these bookings, something that you wouldn't be able to do with any other job. Eventually I got enough clients to rent my own space in a beauty salon in Dublin. So started to work with a lot of clients in this area, which is why I decided to open up my business here in San Ramon. Eventually, while working on so many different clients and so many different skins, you start to see how important skin health is to the application of makeup. I can do a whole bridal party and do the same exact techniques, but one person's makeup may not look the same as the others just from, texture, the skin health, acne, all of that stuff. So I wanted to play a part in actually helping them get their skin to a nice, healthy point. So I originally wanted to get into aesthetics a few years before I actually went to school. But my son, as you know, he's now older, but he was not driving at the time. He was still younger and I was taking him to school. So it was hard to commit to school. Eventually, I signed up for school once he started driving. That was the first thing. And since he turned 16 years old, you're getting a car and I'm going back to school. And then, after that, that's, finished off school and took the risk and opened my business. And it is almost 2 years now that I've had my space, and the best. I'm very grateful for it because that was my dream for all those years of me doing makeup, was to work for myself and be on my own.
That's so cool. You did.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say. What you said. You did.
Yeah. Like reading your mind all day. I'm not just like a chance. Like Lori, STFU. I'm not working for today. But yeah.
Oh no, I was going to say very cool story. I'm just curious from how long from doing it from working with your mom to renting the first space. How long did it take until you were able to finally go out on your own? Like, what was that timeline?
Let's see. So I worked at the salon for about 8 years. So I was there for 8 years and then 2 years of freelancing. So to be able to rent my space there, it took like 2 years. Then I worked there for about 8. And then soon after opened my business. So it took a while. Just building and getting my name out there. Yeah. And then even then it was something scary to know that you're opening something. I now have a lot higher expenses. It's definitely not cheap opening up your business. But it's been worth it. Yeah. And it's something that I wanted. And I always feel like if it doesn't scare you and you're comfortable, then you're not growing.
Love it.
Yeah.
That with all gold.
Yeah. So the other part you were asking was the discipline that gets you up to work and run and manage business, which is not easy. Like, as a business owner, you could literally just spend all day running your business.
Oh, 100%.
And pretending you don't have a kid or need to eat. Just like you could be there all day. So is that the discipline that also carries you to the dedication to your health?
Yeah, I would say so. Because I feel the same way I commit to my appointments, my business, like every client that comes in, I know that is an appointment that I have and I need to show up for that appointment. And I'm very much on myself about that. Like, I don't call in sick, like unless I'm really like dying.
Yeah.
You know? But I have always been like that. And so this is now like an appointment for myself to my job.
Perfect.
So I just see it like this is a class that I have and I have to show up. And I just see it like that.
I love that. That's the best. That's the way to do it. I literally write my workouts in a planner, legit. And I have a paper planner because, as you know, it's so much better to me than a digital one because, like, when AT&T drops all the time, I can't my emails and I'd be like, what am I doing right now? It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be. Yeah.
Pencil and paper. That's where I'm supposed to be. Awesome. I will say this. So now I'm one of your clients, and from the functional health person that I am going around, your skin is your largest organ, right?
Yes.
It's the first sign of things going wrong inside outwardly, right? So it's important for skincare. And it wasn't the fact that I didn't want to do it. I was like, oh, I've got one skin and different stuff at home and trying to figure it out. But I didn't understand a lot of it. And now I feel like I'm doing for my skin what I do for my insides and my body composition and everything. So it's important. I think that, you know, we try to justify like, oh, this or that. But I'm like, there should be the non-negotiables. How you eat, what you put in your body, right? With that, the work that you put in at the gym and like how you treat your skin and everything.
100%.
So it's very important. And for me, it's learning how to do my own hair still. Because I'm about to be 29.
I'm right there with you.
I didn't hairstyle. My daughter's too busy to put on lashes for me and do my hair. So this is why I like the way I do on the podcast. That's what it is. It's all good. At least my skin's like it's a question. No? Okay, so for the future then, if you're running this incredible business, it grows by the day, everything's good. And I can attest, like, you're a 10 out of 10, just like really focusing on needs, and I feel comfortable and relaxed and nothing, you know, you're not going to put something on me that's like detrimental to my health. And so I love that. What is your future about, like, for business goals looking forward? What do you have for that? In a few years, do you have any fitness goals as well? Because I feel like business owning and healthcare, like taking care of yourself, right? So tell us about your goals and your dreams. I love this.
So when it comes to my business, the next goal is to go back to school while running my business and become a registered nurse so that I can get more into medical aesthetics. So injectables, and be able to just expand the business and what I can offer. And since California is very difficult when it comes to anything. Yeah. So as a physician, I have a lot of limitations, and I'm the type of person that does not like limitations. Yeah. So I need to move that out of the way and go back to school and get that degree. So that's next. And when it comes to fitness, now is just like, I really just want to build muscle and just look fit. I want to have abs. I want my legs to be really toned. And yeah, that's just really like giving a lot more muscle.
Muscle is your metabolic insurance.
Yeah.
It's like your lifelong health insurance is your muscles. Yeah. That's the best goal to have. Because when you focus on it from that perspective and you're eating the way you're eating and you're working and busy and always growing, you will look how you imagine yourself and beyond. So you're totally right. That's the right mindset. I love that. Yeah. Everything comes from that.
No, I completely love that too. I completely love just the fact that your goal was basically to become even better so you could give more service. Like, it wasn't like, hey, I just want to grow this thing so it's as big as I can and as rich as I can. It's like, no, I want to become even better so I can add more value.
Yeah.
And that obviously, if I was a customer and that was where your mind was, that tells me everything about you and your business. Is that it isn't all about selfish gain. It's about, no, I want to give to everyone the best.
Yeah.
So if I have to go back and stay late and do homework and pass tests so that I could give more, then that's the price. That's awesome.
That's legit. You're amazing. It's start to finish. Another thing about you and your story. I think it's so cool.
So, rapid fire questions, and it looks like it's right on time. I lied to Lori. I said that my phone can usually last 24 hours, and it's at 2 hours. If it's at 25%, I think we made it down to 10. But luckily, all the main questions were done, so if it drops short, I'm fine here. But rapid fire fun. You want to start it off?
Okay. Dream vacation that you have not taken yet, or
Greece.
Ooh.
Actually, that's the next one I want to go on.
Okay, that's legit.
What exactly do you want to see, or is there anything that you're looking forward to about that particular trip?
I love the food. So just, I think I just want to check it out. And go eat. All my vacations really kind of are programmed around food, which is why I need to work out for the rest of my life. Like now I know it's not like get to the goal and stop working out. I've done that before and it doesn't work. So now it's like, this is now a lifestyle. I have to continue to work out, especially if I like to eat as much as I do. So
Food's super clean there. You're gonna be much better though than you would if you had great food.
oh, 100%.
Awesome.
Good stuff. Good stuff. I like that one. My question: what must you complete in this life so that you can die at peace?
What must I complete in this life?
She's like, hold up. No, I'm kidding. Oh, sorry.
Hey, I feel like a lot of my fulfillment comes through what I do. So whether it's work, but not necessarily just like my career, but because I help people and make people feel better. It's like, how can I add value to other people's lives? And just knowing that I can impact people by making them feel better. Whether it's through makeup, aesthetics, or just even the conversations, like I'm kind of like a therapist when coming and seeing me. So it's like, if I can impact people's lives in a positive way, then I think that will be my fulfillment.
Awesome. Okay, question 3. Since you love food and travel, so far, where have you traveled to that has had the best food?
That's food. Okay, I might be biased just because I'm Mexican. So like technically Mexico is still like top of my food. But other than that, I really liked the food in Spain. Spain was really good. I had a few good dishes in Italy, but I made it because I only went to Milan. I didn't get to fully experience a lot of
Northern Italian food is different.
That's what I've heard.
Central and Southern,
Yeah. So Italy didn't get its full chance. But I would say, where else did I enjoy the food? Spain, and I think those would be my top places when it comes to food that I can think of. Yeah.
I've been to Spain yet. I don't know. Which hasn't been even lived there.
I like tapas. The style of like, it's because it felt like it was just enough. It was little bits, and I kind of wish that we had like that style of eating here.
America's like, take the whole table's like till nowhere. Yeah, the small bites are great.
So I never felt gross. Like it always felt good going out to eat and just like having little bits of everything. Yeah. So
that's smart. I like that.
Mm-hmm. All right. My next question. If you could have dinner with anybody dead or alive, you could ask them anything you want. You could talk about anything and they'll tell you everything that you want to know. Dead or alive, it could be anyone from Jesus all the way to Beyonce.
God, this is going to be so selfish. I'm just going to say Nick Carter because I'm a big Backstreet Boys fan. And I always had a crush on him. So I'm going to just go.
There you go.
Just simple enough. Take it. That's the fastest one I've ever gotten.
No, I'm like, I probably should have picked somebody like way more, like, I don't know, Jesus, but you know,
it's perfect.
I'm just gonna go with that one. Even though I froze up when I met him recently, I'm like, I got so nervous. I don't think I've ever been
to Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
So we're gonna go find me so I can sit back all the way there.
Look, I have a lock screen.
Oh, she's not fucking around.
Got him on my lock screen.
Damn.
Dude, and didn't you meet Joey Fat One from NSYNC?
Joey, yeah, Joey. He was on an airplane. He was. You're going to Disney World. And he wore a shirt and said, "Don't talk to me." So I just took a picture. I'm going to get to meet him. He was like, we going home to Vegas. We were Oakland to Vegas to Orlando for All American Cheer in Disney World a few Thanksgivings ago. Yeah. So that GoFundMe, if someone wants to open in my name, be like, Lori would like to take Ashley to see the Backstreet Boys in Vegas, but she can't justify like $4,000 for 2 days in Vegas.
Those tickets are ridiculous. They just added more tickets too.
I know.
You should do it. You should do the GoFundMe. Because yeah, I mean,
you're like, what?
I would rather give you money to take your daughter on an 18th birthday trip than to give it to someone who's like, "Hey, bro, my Volvo broke down."
Yeah.
Okay. I do that. Oh, we did see a really funny TikTok where this dude was like little fentanyl stuff going crazy, and it's the Crackstreet Boys doing a concert. Yes.
The people with the videos of like 98 Degrees performing, they're like the people who couldn't afford the Backstreet Boys, and they're like performing Backstreet Boys songs. They're like they can't dance anymore. They like their age is showing for sure.
Just like, quite.
Well, they're not working out and doing CrossFit and eating.
98 degrees is that just a Simpsons?
Yes, big mistake.
Nick, where you at, bro? Why are you CrossFit? What's up?
Why he's probably the one that was the healthiest out of them.
He was.
Yeah.
Like there's a few of the other ones that
Get your teammates on board. Let's go. I'll come pay and see you $10 for those tickets.
Yeah.
You can dance for 2 hours. It's good.
Yeah.
Just
It's only going for like $10.
Maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe they'll be at the next Alameda County Fair.
For free Crackstreet Boys concert. I'm gonna find it.
Where'd it go?
Down by the river? I don't know. Okay, sorry. Last question. Let's see that.
Let's see.
Was that me?
Yeah. Last one's you.
I'm so into that. So invested that I forgot. Sorry, I was playing my GoFundMe in my mind. Okay. So what would be something you would love to do, just you and your son, in the next few years? Is there a trip or a road trip or maybe, I don't know, just anything? Because you and I both just have the one child. And I want to do these one-on-one trips with Ashley every day.
Yeah, we travel a lot together. He's my little travel buddy. But Japan, that's the place that he's been wanting to go to. We were supposed to originally go there when he graduated, but then last minute we switched it up. He switched it up because he's really into sports. So that's why we did Europe. Yeah. He wanted to go check out like the different football teams over there, and all the like the museums and stuff. Yeah. So then we ended up doing, for his graduation, Spain, Italy, and Switzerland all in this trip. Yeah. But
my mama, I want to take me out.
Like to take me places.
Damn. Sweet question, Lauren. You pick your mom, who'd you pick? I will say this. So Emily, the co-founder of Metfix and Broken Science, was just in Tokyo. And then in one of her videos, she's like, I'm here with my son. It's like, it looks amazing.
Oh,
and then my Tim's nephew, once he retired from the Marines, they stayed in Okinawa. And they love it. And I was like, I got to go off season, so it's not like $7,000 to get there. So I spend all that money while I'm there.
And when it's not super hot.
I'm sweating in mid-temp California.
Yeah.
Could you imagine humid Japan? No, so if you go, I'm going to live vicariously through you. So
you're text me a picture. That's Backstreet Boys, too. That's so funny. I'm going in July, so we need to get her the funds by July.
Sure it is.
Well, it's just something cute about the CrossFit Games. Like the 20, I don't know, I just bought the tickets. Like, it's the 20-something to the 20-something. Real baby. I was thinking like a Thursday the 16th, and I was like, oh my word, am I gonna like get a back rub for what? Massage? I don't know.
Sure.
Almost.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps it up. Thank you again for taking the time. Amazing show. You obviously, like I said, it is very cool to hear about people who are really going after it in life and accomplishing goals and not allowing, as you said, limits to stop them.
Yeah, do well with it.
Yeah. Hashtag limitless. That's the vibe.
Anything else?
Thank you. Yeah. No, just stay remote, stay classy.
That's it, guys.
Traffic's bad. Well, don't be me.